In this video, you're going to learn 7 behind-the-scenes facts about Dumbo, such as how the movie saved Disney from a financial crisis, the secret connection behind Dumbo and Fantasia's Chernabog, and the reasons why the controversial crows and the strange pink elephant scene were included in the movie. First, let's take a look at how Dumbo saved Disney from going out of business. In the late 1930s, Walt Disney's animation studio was in a financial crisis because Pinocchio and Fantasia failed to make a profit due to the effect of the war on their European market. So the studio needed to create another hit to stay in business, and the next 2 films in Disney's lineup, which were being made simultaneously, were Dumbo and Bambi. Between the 2 films, Bambi's production was given the largest budget because of the technology and photorealism it required. So Disney's goal for Dumbo was to make it as cheap and as fast as possible in order to make a profit. As a result, its animation style was very simple and cartoony, and its story was fast-paced, clocking in at just over 1 hour, making it the shortest animated feature Disney has ever made. When Dumbo opened in theaters, it was a box office success, making it and Snow White Disney's only profitable films during their golden era. You may not have known that there's some interesting and unlikely connections between the animators and the characters they helped create. For example, the animator who drew the cute and innocent Dumbo was also the one who drew Stromboli from Pinocchio and the Chernabog from Fantasia. If you're like me, I enjoy listening to the characters' voices to figure out what other Disney movies they've been in. If you know your Disney characters, listen to this sound clip and let me know in the comments what other characters the stork sounds like.
Oh, now let me see. Must be right around here somewhere.
Another famous voice from Dumbo was Verna Felton.
Dear me, what's his name?
Jumbo Jr.
And guessing games aside, she went on to provide the voices for the fairy godmother in Cinderella, Flora from Sleeping Beauty, and surprisingly, she was also the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland.
Painting my roses red, someone will lose his head.
The familiar bass voice you hear during the Pink Elephant song,
I can stand the sight of worms and look at microscopic germs,
is none other than Thurl Ravenscroft, aka Tony the Tiger, who had a long history with Disney. A bonus fact is that he is also the one who sang the Grinch song for the TV special How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And you can learn more about that movie later on by clicking on the info card on the screen or the link down in the descriptions below. If you're like me, you may have thought Dumbo is a great movie and all, but where did they come up with the idea for pink elephants on parade? Well, there's a couple reasons that sequence was included, and it wasn't because they were on drugs. First of all, it was for cultural reasons, because at the time, surrealist art was gaining influence, and Salvador Dali's work was a major influence for Dumbo's dream sequence. The second reason the pink elephant scene was included was for pacing. Even though the sequence is strange, it does lighten the mood a bit during Dumbo's predominantly sad story. There's a lot of controversy out there about the inclusion of the crows in Dumbo, because of how they're perceived to be a racially insensitive caricature of African American men. However, some animation experts have defended Disney against racist allegations, because of how the crows are some of the movie's most important characters. They act as surrogate fathers to Dumbo, and they're also some of the most intelligent, happiest, and empathetic characters in the whole movie. But I'm interested to hear from you. Do you think the crows are insensitive, or do you think they make a positive impact on the movie? To learn more about other movies on the channel, click one of the videos on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to keep learning more fun facts about your favorite films.